Good evening, good afternoon, or good morning, whatever part of the world you're in. Um, well, what I can say is an exciting Monday for certainly for me. Anyway, we've got the new homepage up, which I'm sure some of you have already seen. We're going to be tweaking this page, and I want to give a big thank you really to all the people that we've been able to interview for our testimonials, and keep them coming. If you want to give an interview, that would be very much appreciated. All you need to do is to reach out to me, connect with me on Skype, or send in a ticket, and we'll get you on a Hangout and get you interviewed. And this is obviously going to be great for our sales conversions, this new homepage. And as I say, we've got some more tweaks that we're going to be doing to it over the course of this week. So I'm sure you'll be very excited, I believe, once it's all finished. But I think at the moment myself, I think it looks fantastic. Now, for those of you that are in the intermediate package, you're going to log in and you're going to see that the Facebook Ninja button's disappeared. Don't worry, nothing's broken. What we're doing is we're updating the Facebook Ninja. We're bringing out a new version of it. It's going to have some different functionalities, but I'm not going to tell you about that until we actually go live with that. It's probably going to take us, I think, tomorrow late afternoon UK time, stroke Wednesday, that we should be ready with the new Facebook Ninja. So that'll all be ready for you this week. So don't worry, it's not broken. We'll be putting it up, but we're making some exciting changes, which I think you're going to be over the moon with. Also, we're going to be starting some work on the capture pages this week. Okay, so there'll be some new functionality going into the landing page creator, and so it's at this end, programming wise, we're full steam ahead. And some of you have sent in some fantastic suggestions about the Facebook Ninja, if it can do this and do that, which is what we're going to be implementing into this the new Facebook Ninja. So I'll be excited to bring you that news later on in the week. Now, what I'm going to do, hopefully Mr. Barton is ready, because I'm going to hand you over to Darren, and I think he's got some training for you. So over to you then, Darren.
Thank you, Jeremy. Appreciate that. Okay, now, and the problem I might have is I'm going to do a screen share, but I'll do it towards the end because I'm in the middle of trying to upload and download something, and it's going completely haywire at the moment. So I'm going to resort to my whiteboard, so hopefully you'll be able to see that. Now I'm going to talk to you about the basics of blogging. I'm going to bash you about blogging for the next couple of weeks, because you need to understand that it's incredibly important that you create, I think as Jeremy calls it, a hub or a home base, or whatever you want to call it. It needs to be a website about you. Now, there are people who've been with us for the past 18 months, 2 years, in various escapades on the internet, understand fully that some businesses come, some businesses go, some products come, some products go. Nothing is ever going to be the same. The only thing that's going to stay the same is actually you. So one of the things that you need to get your head around is that whilst Zukul is, as we all think, fantastic, you need to be marketing yourself. Now, there's nothing wrong with you then promoting other things. You could promote XYZ lotion and an ABC company. That really isn't a problem. But what you need to start to think about and get your head around is how you promote and present yourself. And I've got an absolutely stunning example that I'm going to show you at the end of this training session, and I'm going to keep it at the end just to keep you interested. Okay, I've learned that trick from Jeremy, so I'm going to give you the goodies at the end of the presentation, keep you awake. If you're watching this as a recorded version, obviously you can hit fast forward, and I'll be speaking to you in about 10 minutes time. So we're going to talk about blogging. Now, hopefully I don't have to stand up and you'll be able to see this with me just sat down. We're going to talk about the first thing, which is blog, and hopefully you can see that. Can you see that? Is that just about at the top of my... If I do that, can you see that now? Oh, higher, lower.
Yep,
is that
that's
right?
it, that's it, yep.
Okay. Brilliant. All right. So we'll talk about blogging, and now the first thing you need to create is what we call what would you call it? About, or we sometimes refer to it as a pillar post. So it's an about page, it's about you, or it's in a pillar post. Now that is something that you will only ever write probably once every 6 months at the most, maybe 18 months is probably going to be more likely. You're going to write about your situation now. So it's about the past, it's about the situation that you're in now, and it's about your hopes, dreams and aspirations of what the future might bring. Okay. Now, unfortunately for me, when I started my original blog, which was darrenbarton.com, I did it on wordpress.org or .com. I forget now which way around it is, but whichever way around. And unfortunately, I lost it. And then someone then told me to then put it on the other version, which is either the .org or the .com. I forget now. So just be mindful that when you're writing your blog post, is to try and keep a hard copy of everything that you do. It doesn't have to be very technical. All you need to do is just, what I tend to do is I write it in a text document, I save that, with obviously the date on it, and then I simply then copy and paste that into the blog. It saves a lot of time, and obviously you can format it however you want. So when you do your blogging, the first thing you need to do is the about page and the pillar page. And remember, it is about you. You are blogging about Darren Barton, Jeremy Rush, Bart Jansen. Okay, that's what you're blogging about. And therefore you're going to be people who are going to come to you because they want to read about you and about your life. If you think about this logically, okay, the most popular websites out there at the moment are Facebook and Twitter. And why are they popular? They're popular because people are talking about themselves, their experiences, the fact they got up in the morning, perhaps they feel hungover. I'm talking about too much about my life, I think, at the moment. But anyway, you know, what they had for dinner, where they're going for on holiday, that type of thing. That's what people like to hear about. And then if you look at the most popular TV programs, in this country we have soaps, which are, you know, they're a half-hour episode every single day, 6 days a week. And again, you know, you can look at Dallas, you could look at Neighbours in Australia, Home and Away, that type of thing. So it's, again, it's the everyday story of everyday folk. Is essentially, that is what people are interested in, and they're engaged in that. Okay, they're not interested in the fact that you drive in a fast car, a Ferrari, you'd have a private jet. In fact, there's nobody at the moment, I would suggest, who's watching this, has ever read a blog post about somebody who drives fast cars. There's only one person I know locally who does that type of thing, and that's Simon Stepsis. And that's not me bad-mouthing Simon Stepsis. That's the way that he does. That's his persona, and he works hard on that persona. He is a very different chap when you get to know him, but that's his business persona. But everybody else just talks about their life, okay? So that's the first thing you need to look at, okay? And that needs to be your action point. Next 24 hours, if you do nothing else with your blog, is get that up. It will take you time. There will be a bit of soul searching. There will be some things that you'll put in that you think, oh, I'll take that out. There will be some things that you leave out. You think, actually, I'm going to put that back in. So, you know, if you want to go and read mine, by all means, go and read mine. However, I've got other people's that that are on the modular training that you can go and read as well. But generally, those are the ones that are on that modular training are the big leaders, the ones that have been there, worn the t-shirt, and obviously own the t-shirt as well. So that's the first bit. So it has to be your story. The next bit that you need to look at is your home page. Now, generally, or what that has to be, is a static page. Okay. Now, with Zukul, it's very easy because we've called it the home page. You know, straightforward enough. You can edit it, and I think I showed you that on previous Hangout, simply by going to your. Obviously, it's already formatted to Zukul. That can change. You know, we're not like these other companies that has to. You know, you have to blog about the company. You don't. You can blog about anything you want. So you go to your back panel, your control panel. You've got a row of don't know, 8 buttons or something like that. One of them will say edit homepage. Click on that and it will obviously open it up into an editor. Now your static homepage, you need to think carefully about what that is going to be about. Now it might be that it's about an offer. It might be your pillar page. You know, it could be just about you. It could be anything. But what I would strongly recommend is that it involves a free offer. Now, I explained to you in the Hangout, not yesterday, Friday, wasn't it? I showed you how you could make a page into what looks like a sales page. Now, you may not want to do that. That is really a style of page that you want to put on a money section or a make money section. That's not really the sort of thing that you'd probably want to put on a static page. Again, remember, your blog is about you. So one of the classic things that I would recommend that you do is you go and grab some PLR. I've got what I think is a very good blogging book that I created, and I'm going back a couple of years. It's about WordPress, but that's by the by. But it's got screenshots in there, it's got all sorts of things in there. It's quite a big meaty thing. I was really pleased with it. It took me absolutely ages to create it, but actually when I did it, I'd already started building a list through other things, so I didn't actually do anything with it. So what I want you to do is create a free offer. Now the free offer can be about building a blog, okay? It can be building a blog through Zukul, okay? Now you've got the video tutorials already, you've got the voiceovers from me already, you've got your own experiences already, okay? So you've got a lot of the basics that you can put into your blogging book. Alternatively, you can go and get some PLR on how to blog. And again, I put an example on our blog. I think if you opt into that, you won't get that book. I haven't made that live. But you know, there are lots of examples of getting those types of books. Break them all down, reword them, retype them, copy paste, make it look good. Please do not spend more than a couple of days on it. All right. Don't try and get the font the right color, the right size, you know, or anything like that. Please don't waste too much time on it, because the large proportion of people, sadly, that will get that free offer will not even open it, all right, because they get all these free offers all of the time. Okay, it's very, very sad, but unfortunately that's the truth of the matter. There will be some people who will open it, but largely 80% of people will not open it. All right. However, it is the bait to get people to opt into your list. And if you've got a blog, people will go to a blog because they're interested in blogging. So give them something about blogging. Alternatively, you know, you might have had some great experience in underwater basket weaving. You might have some great experience as a parachutist. You might have great experience in actually making money online. And if that is the case, create something about that as well. Remember, the free product has to relate to either you or the business that you're involved in from your angle, okay? Just try and think of it as being you. Now, I'm not, like I say, a lot of people will be going, oh, I can't do this, I can't write, I can't spell, I'm dyslexic. That's fine, really don't worry about it. There is plenty, like I say, of stuff out there that you can grab. You can put your name at the top of it, you can read through it, add little bits that relate to your story. You know, it doesn't have to be massive. And then just save that and then put it in a file, and then you can then start to email that to people once they start to opt onto your list. Okay, so that's the second thing. So the first bit, really important. Second bit, you know, we're in on Monday. You could have all of that in place by the end of this week, and that's if you're working full-time in another job. Okay, that really is the sort of the time scale that you need to sort of set yourself. So the next thing is you actually start posting. Now, when you do posting, there are three, there's probably more types, but there are the personal types. Okay, so you need a personal post. Okay. Again, that is relating to your pillar post, okay? So it is, you know, it's your story of your progress. So, you tried a new traffic method, you bought some software, you networked with some friends, you did a mind, mind meld. Then you did what do you call it? A mastermind. There we go. You did a masterminding with some friends. It could be anything, and then give them the result. So one of the you can't see it now on my post because, like I say, I lost it. But my most popular post that I ever wrote was about me taking time off from work to look after my daughter, from my full-time job, to look after my daughter whilst my wife was working away for a week on a course. And the regular posts during that week were about going to school, going to the park, eating ice cream, doing all those sort of things. And it was like one of those light bulb moments, those weeks, where I thought, you know what, this is where I need to be, this is where I want to be, and therefore what I need to do in order to be in this situation, I need to just get on and do it and stop messing about. Now that I got so many comments, so many shares, so many whatever you like about that series of posts, and it was only about 3 posts, that probably is what has put me, and it may sound very dramatic, but that's probably put me where I am now today, is just that series of that experience in the week. I actually documented it so I remember it, but also people who were reading my blog, it really connected to them at their various levels. Okay, so again, there may be people watching this who remember reading that post. I'm going back a good couple of years now. So that is your personal blog. Okay, the next one is about business. Now that is about your business. Now your business might be Zukul, your business might be Amway, it might be Avon, it might be something else, it might be taxidermy, it could be anything. I've lost my pen. I'll try and find a pen. Have you got a pen, Jeremy? There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so whatever your business is, again, it's posts about the roller coaster ride that is being in business. Okay, and working for yourself is no different than working for a boss. I know we shouldn't say that, but at the end of the day, it is. You have your good days, your bad days, the days that you really don't feel like it, days that you're really up for it. It's exactly the same. Okay, so it's your trials and tribulations of your business. So what did you try? Did it? You tried a new traffic method. This is your experience. Did it work? Didn't it work? Get some feedback from people who are reading your post. That type of thing. Try and engage with the people that are reading your posts. So that's your business posting. The next one, which is at the end of the day why we're doing this, is actually your promotional. I'm spell that wrong. So your promotional posts, whatever it is, promo posts. Now your promo posts are going to be about an XYZ product. Okay. Now it might be that you've got an affiliate link attached to it. Now the important thing to remember is that you have built up quite a lot of integrity, trust, people like you. All right. So if you come across a product that's going to pay you $97 and and they're going to pay you that every single month, but actually the product isn't great, then please, please, please do not go, wow, this is an amazing product, go out and get it, do this, do that, do the other. Okay. Try and treat it, or try and treat it with respect, but also your readers more respect. Okay. So say what's good about it, say what's bad about it, and then give a view about it. So for example, one of the products I had a look at recently was, we know that whiteboards are the big thing at the moment, and this was a product that was a whiteboard, already made whiteboard videos, and I was looking at it because I was looking for products that provided ready-made videos for people who didn't like to make videos, and this was being promoted and advertised as being the solution. So I got hold of a review copy, I had a look at it, and the videos were really, really good, and actually would suit people who were going to do what we would probably call offline marketing. So if you were going marketing for say garage owners or estate agents or that type of thing, if you were creating platforms for those sorts of people, then these videos would be brilliant for that type of market. So when I did the review about that, that's what I said. It's a really great product. The standard and the quality of the videos is brilliant. However, it's people who are into the offline marketing or building websites or Facebook pages or whatever for offline businesses. Okay, so I've done the decent thing by the person who gave me the review copy. Okay, I've not slammed his product, because actually it was a decent product, but his marketing was rubbish, because his marketing was aimed at the internet marketer. Okay, and he's going to have a lot of refunds because they'll open the product and actually it's not really suitable for what they want. So please understand that if you're going to promote a product, then be warts and all about it. Okay, people will trust you. People know that you're promoting it, and they will buy from your link. If you're doing a good enough job here, okay, people will want to use your link, so you will get some money because you've done a lot of work for them. Okay, and people understand that and appreciate that. Okay, people will not think, oh, I'm not going to buy it off Fred, I'm going to go and buy it off Ginger. Okay, so just please make sure that if you're doing a review of something, and I'm including Zukul in this as well. If you're doing a Zukul blog, you're talking about your business with Zukul, and then you're doing your promotion of Zukul tools, then again, you might be talking here in your business section that you've just tried out, what should we say, the Facebook Ninja. So for example, you've tried out the Facebook Ninja, you either found it easy, difficult, okay, mediocre, there was a couple of hiccups, whatever it was, and getting it set up. You did a few posts, this was the result. However, next time I'm going to try it the different way, and I've had a chat with Mike Briggs, and Mike Briggs has given me a few pointers, and I've tried it again, and over a period of say 2 or 3 weeks, you've given people your learning experience and they're interested in the Facebook Ninja. Well, guess what? If you then do promotional posts about the Facebook Ninja, don't go saying, oh, the Facebook Ninja was fantastic, it was 3 clicks and I was away and I was getting these clicks and that clicks and that clicks. Because clearly, patently, that wasn't the case. You went through 2 weeks of a learning curve. Okay, so I'm just sort of over-egging the pudding just to make the point. Okay, so that's the promotion. Those are the 3 types of posts that you're going to be doing. Now then, your action steps. So it's all well and good me spending time preparing what I'm going to talk about today. It's all well and good, me going through this and you listening, but unless you do something about it, it has been a bit of a waste of the time. So I'm going to trust you guys to go out now and put some of this into action. Now then, the first thing you need to do is you need to go out and look at other people's blogs. Some of you may be experienced in blogging. I class myself as being experienced. However, I will look at 2 or 3 different blogs during the course of a day, and that may be because I'm doing some research. It may be because I'm looking at somebody or looking into somebody. Somebody's giving me a contact. Sorry, I meant to say, if someone ever contacts me, there's 2 places I go. I go to theirname.com and then I go to Facebook. Okay, and if anybody contacts me cold, then I always ask, show me your website. Now, very often than not, they'll give me their Facebook address. Okay, they don't have a website, they don't have a hub, so I do not know anything about this individual. Okay, so it's important to understand that if you're what's the phrase? If you're looking to contact people above your station, and we all mentally think about where we are in the scale or the hierarchy of the business that we're in. So you may be contacting somebody that you think is at a level that you're at. That's fine, okay? And if they don't have a website, then you don't have a website, it's not an issue. However, in order for you to grow, both mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, and more importantly, financially, you've got to be constantly going for people who are bigger than you, okay? And the first thing is that they're going to have a blog, and they're going to have a base. So if you think about it, we're the gaming generation, we're told. I missed it, but You know, you'll talk about going on different levels. Well, the first level of being an internet marketer is you've got to have a blog. You've got to have a website. You've got to have a base, a hub, okay, somewhere where people will go to. Facebook is not it, all right? Facebook would like to tell you it is it, but Facebook is not it. Because Facebook, guess what? They can shut you down, close your account. They can do all sorts of rubbish things with you, okay? So just make sure that you've got yourself a base. So the first thing. So go and look at other people's blogs, get comparisons, try and think to yourself, okay, you know, just type in internet marketing, make money online, blog, whatever it is, blog, da da da. Now what you'll get generally are all the big people's blogs, but go to pages 2, 3 and 4 and just have a look at what else is out there. And just put in a key phrase, perhaps Zukul blog, perhaps you know, make money in Manchester blog. I don't know, whatever it might be, just have a look to see what's out there. The other thing is that, as I've already mentioned, on the tutorials we've got a list of high-powered leaders, people with blogs, and really you need to, if you haven't already, click on all of those links, enter in a dump email, an email that you don't use regularly but you have access to, and register or subscribe for all of those people, okay? So everything will go into that email. Now with Google, you could effectively set up a particular account for each of those websites. So you could have a John Chow email, you could have a Yarrick email, you could have any numbers of emails, okay? But there's a couple of things that you want to do that for. One is you want to start to get to know them, get to know what makes them tick, all right? Second thing is they're going to give you emails, they're going to give you copy, they're going to give you ideas that you can blog about. That doesn't mean that you take John Chow's blog and copy and paste it into here, because it will not be compatible with what you've just done, all right? But what it does mean is that he may have something on affiliate marketing, he might have something on social marketing. Well, the aspects of that you can lift out and say, I've just been reading this on John Chow's blog, paste, okay, bang, done, okay? And I found it really interesting because in my experience, X, Y, and Z is the case. All right. So you may agree with him or you may disagree with him, but it just creates an awareness from your point of view, and people reading your blog thinking, cripes, I need to, you know, this guy's switched on, you know, he's looking at other people and getting all sorts of ideas. I need to catch up to him. Okay. And again, it's that psychological game of making sure that you're always ahead of the people that you perceive to be at your level. So action steps are look at blogs, subscribe, okay, boom, next one. Now when you're looking at these blogs, what I would say is identify 20 blogs. That's 5 per week, and I'm saying that because what I want you to do is start to actively contribute to those blogs. So find 20 blogs that you like, people that you like. Again, they might be people at your level. I would suggest people at what you perceive to be slightly ahead of you, and certainly, you know, there might be people who are, you know, right up here. Really isn't a problem. Don't go below yourself. All right, and you know what I'm talking about. I don't have to explain what that is. Don't go below yourself. And out of those 20 blogs is read them regularly, okay? Grab a cup of tea, just flick through the blog that you're going to look at on Monday, flick through the blog that you're going to look at on Tuesday, write a comment whether you like it, give them some feedback on a post, anything like that. Create some interaction. Now what will happen is those 20 blogs will start to, over time, come down to about 10 of your most popular ones. Now you can stick with those, or you can then expand it again to the other ones, because once you've got it whittled down to 10, actually you will have, whether you like it or not, you will have risen up this ladder, okay? So therefore, perhaps you want to look at another 10 blogs that are above where you perceive your station to be, okay? And like I say, you need to do regular posts, and you need to ask them, you know, would they be willing to do a guest post? You know, I really like this post that you've done. Would you mind me copying it and attributing it to you on my post? Would you mind doing a guest post? Would you mind doing this? Would you mind doing that? You know, interact with them. Once you've done a few comments and you've liked them on Facebook or whatever it is, then you'll start to build up that relationship. You'll start to network with these people, and this will all be really good. And I'll show you why it'd be really good in a minute when we get to this example I'm going to go through with you. Advertising to your blog. So we've got the Social Ninja, we've got the Social Sniper and the Facebook Ninja, okay? Two fantastic free targeted lead generators, okay? Where are you going to send them? Guess where? You're going to send them to your blog, all right? Now your blog will have stories, okay? Your blog will have business information. Your blog will have promotions. All right, so it's entirely up to you. You know, you can set Facebook up, for example, to do those three things on a regular basis for the next week. You could set Social Sniper up for the next week, again doing the regular things. Just keep driving traffic to your free offer, to your free video training, to your free this, your free that, because on that page you're going to have your links, which will take them to promotional stuff. So it might be that you can do, you know, free training. Let me show you Mike Briggs, for example. Let me show you Mike Briggs, who's just generated 200 free leads in the space of 2 hours using this amazing tool. And this is how you set this tool up. And I've done a free video to show you. Okay, so they're not going to go to Mike Briggs. They're going to come to you because you've telling them that you've given them a free behind the scenes, pull back the curtain, reveal all. This is how you set it up. This is how Mike has generated it type of video. Now you might not want to speak, you might not want to put your face on it. You can, there are ways and means around it. You can do it with screenshots. Find a way. That's all I'm going to say, is just find a way. Okay, so that's enough about me, that's enough about the blog. What I'll do is I'll write up all that and actually I'll post it into the company blog, so you'll have obviously this video and obviously some notes attached to it. Guess what? Lift the whole thing off, stick it on your blog. All right, so that's that. Now I'm going to try now to do a screen share. Now I do apologise if I lose you. Jeremy, if you could unmute yourself and just let me know if you can see anything, because I'm just mindful that my computer's still doing lots of downloading stuff.
Yep,
that's so if you could, hopefully you can see the.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm going to introduce you to a guy called Dean Holland. Now some of you may know him, some of you may not. Obviously I recognise a few of you guys here. Now Dean Holland was probably the catalyst behind me getting serious on online. Not to have had any meaningful conversations with the guy, but it's pure, he's built up my respect for him simply through his blog. Now, to try and put it into some context, Dean's been, I wouldn't say offline, but he's certainly been quiet on his blog, as you'll see, for some time. But during that some time, he has created, I think he's probably at around about $250,000 to $300,000 a year as a minimum. He has really good years, really good months, and months which are around about 100,000. So he's a good earner. All right. So you would look at this and thinking, cripes, there's no way that I'm going to ever get to this level. I'm going to show you that that actually isn't true. So here we've got the 15th of November 2014. We've got the 5th of November. We've got the 20th of October. Now the 20th of October is absolutely significant because it was around about the 24th of October that I actually set up darrenbarton.com. Not in his time frame, but it was on that date, and I set it up very much on the model that Dean had at the time, because I was just captivated by the way that he wrote and his honesty. So this was 6 years on the 20th of October in what was it, 2008, quick maths there. He basically started doing his blog. Now that was 2014. His last post on his blog was actually 2011. Now, in that time, I know for a fact that he has earned a barrel load of money. And the reason he's been not blogging so regularly is because he's been busy building other businesses. Okay, so that's Dean now. What I'm going to show you, which is brilliant about this, is I'm going to show you Dean then. All right. Now you can see when you speak to Dean, Dean does a lot of offline stuff now. He does a lot of conferences, what you call them, seminars, that type of thing. But that's not how he started. He started just like you and me. Now I'm going to show you this picture. All right. Now you might recognize all of these names now, but at the time of this picture when it was taken, is that you will not have recognized any of them. Okay, so it's 2009 this is. So you've got Dean here, you've got Angela and her sister Sonia Panasar. Okay, they are very big solo ad providers. Okay, you've then got Matt Garrett, who I don't know, I think he's a solo ad provider, but I'm not sure about him. And Dan Briffer, he earns about 20 grand a month. Just sort of, he does bits and pieces on eBay. He's a big eBay type guy. And then you've got Jit Upal. Now Jit Upal has got a huge list and makes a load of money from his list. About 200,000 a month he makes from that. And then you've got the man himself, which is Lee McIntyre. And if you don't know who Lee McIntyre is, then just Google his name. Getmoremomentum.com, I think. Okay, and this is actually Lee McIntyre's very first seminar. Now, what is happening here is that you've got people at a similar level. You remember me talking about this perception, all right? And from this group of people, they now have built themselves up into what you would call guru status. But they've done it by working individually, together, networking with other people. And within this group here, it's not actually on this photograph, but you'll actually find the likes of Alex Jeffries. You'll find, what's his name, George Brown. Now, if you don't know who George Brown is, most of you will have heard of Google Sniper. So, you know, these are the types of people who were at Lee McIntyre's very first seminar. So the point I'm trying to show this is that this was only in 2009. And in 2009, Lee McIntyre was making about maybe 10 grand a month regularly. Had some good months, didn't have some good months. Dean here was making a couple of grand a month. Okay, so just see how far they've gone in the past 5 years. Okay, and in order to see how it all starts, I mean, this is Dean starting to do training for his people. Now, again, like everybody else, this is part 2 of what was going to be a 12-part course, but actually Momentum saw something else, and so you've only got the 2 parts on it. So, you know, he is a normal guy, right? He's not somebody who's just been an overnight success. He's somebody who's had to work at it like everybody else. You know, nobody gets anything given to them. Okay, you don't wake up in the morning oozing success. You have to work really, really hard at it. And so I'm going to let you have a look at this this blog and read it from the beginning. Okay. Now I actually sat down and wrote everything down. I've got it all in a book because I use this as a reference point. And I'm going to show you here. I've just spotted it. Alex Jeffries. Okay. Everybody, well, if you Google Alex Jeffries now, you'll know him as, again, a massive marketer. His first book was eBay Cash Cow, I think it was, and he made money on eBay like people do, and he wrote a book about it, sold it on eBay about how to make money on eBay, and that's what then made him then think, right, okay, I need to write more books because that grew my list. And so he wrote 2 books. One is, obviously you can see, is Newbie's Nightmare, and then the other one is might be Guru's Nightmare. But this is Alex's very first book, 2009. Yeah, 2009. So in 5 years, just from books. And this is why I'm saying to you guys, ebooks, get a free ebook created. Now it could be that you've got a picture of yourself and you simply write, newbie's nightmare, and talk about your experience over the past 6 months, 6 years, whatever it is, about the pitfalls. People will be interested in it. Trust me, they will be interested in it. There's Alex Jeffries there. Guess who that is? Yeah, might feel same. Yeah, might feel same. Marshall Silvers. Okay, so I'm not saying, so this will have been, I don't know what it is, you'll have to read it. Okay, I'm not going to go through it page by page. And then look, ta-da, that's Dean Holland's first product, a book on how to build a blog. Okay, and again, you know, I don't know whether you still be able to get it, but you know, there it is. That is what he built his business on. That, and again, he will explain to you, going through the blog, the trials and tribulations of him trying to create that. All right, so it's a really, really good blog, and it's good because it's real. And like I say, I don't know him personally. I only know him via his blog, but I certainly would like to sort of sit down and have a drink with him at some point, because I know that you know, he's been through the mill a little bit. But read his blog, and I think you'll get some inspiration from that. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'll hand you back to Jeremy. Hopefully we're back with you now, Jeremy.
Yep, fantastic. I mean, the point you're driving home here, Darren, is that, you know, anybody can do this. Anybody at all can do this, and it's, you know, you're not going to wake up in the morning, as Darren says, and be a millionaire by next Thursday. But you know, if you start out your journey, you know, I started my journey. I'm a plumber. You know, I started life out as a plumber, and I've gone from plumbing to where I am now. But you know, you just need to do those blog posts. If you do one a week, let's face it, if you could do one a month, if you haven't got the time, but if you start doing that blog post and saying, you know, where you started out, even if you want to say what you did when you left school or university, or, you know, you're into whatever it is you're into, tell your story. And then as you start to tell your story, it will get easier and easier for you. And, you know, you're going to get people who are interested in knowing about what you get up to. There was, I think YouTube are doing a promotion at the moment, telling you about a new tool they've got. And there's a guy on there, I forget his name now, but he's got the biggest following on YouTube, purely because he put his story on there when he was obese, and then he lost lots of weight. He's written lots of books now, but you know, he started out just telling his story, saying that he struggled with obesity, and that he wanted to, you know, desperate to lose some weight, and he eventually did. It took him about 4 or 5 years to do, but he created this story on YouTube, and he's got a massive following. And this is what working online is about. You know, it's not all about pushing down your down people's throats, sell, because what you end up doing is not selling anything. So it's much better to build up a rapport with your customers. A bit like if you are a plumber, and I was to knock on everybody's door and tell them, you know, let me fit your boiler, nobody's going to want me. But if I get recommended to them, and you know, they start to see my story, if you like, as a plumber, you know, they would start to engage with me, and you know, I built up a very good business as a plumber over the years. But you know, it's about telling your story and engaging with your readers, you know. And I think Darren's sort of just shown you there that, you know, these guys are normal guys just like all of us, and you've got to start somewhere. And if you don't start, you know, if you carry on doing, I know I've said this so many times before, if you carry on doing today what you did yesterday, then tomorrow you're only going to have what you've got today. So if you want to make a change in your tomorrow, you need to do something different today. Don't keep doing the same thing over and over again, joining one program after another, you know, doing the same thing but expecting different results. It's just not going to work. You know, if you're going to work online and you want to make a successful business online, you have to start treating it like a business, and you know, put a little bit of effort into it. You don't need to put loads of effort in, but the more effort you put in, the more you get out. That's all I think that in business is that you know, you need to engage with your customers and your potential customers. So we've got a blogging system. And you know, if you're in the beginners package, you've got the social sniper. You know, you can use that to drive traffic to your whatever product that you like. But you know, if you start promoting your Zukul product, you know, start promoting Zukul, and you end up getting, you know, three people join your Zukul family, if you like, then you'll be able to upgrade yourself, because those three people are going to pay for your subscription for the next level, and then you'll have access to the Zukul blog. So you'll be able to start building your blog. But you know, you've got that social sniper there in the beginners package, and there's an autoresponder light where Darren's written some emails. You know, use those tools to build up your business, and that's what we've done here at Zukul really, is to get somebody in at the beginner stage where they can go through and get all the other tools in the intermediate pack and so on. But I think fantastic that Darren's just showed you how easy it is, really, you know. And really, I suppose, I don't want to use the word, but I will. You can pinch a little bit of content and mess it around a bit, if you like, and or you can go to Fiverr and you can get someone to write your content for you, or get your daughter, your son. I'm sure there's plenty of people, if you're not a writer. And nowadays, because I've just bought myself a Mac, and I'm amazed that there's a dictator on there that all I've got to do is talk, and it types it all for me, and the spelling's perfect because my spelling's awful. So you know, go out and buy yourself a Mac. All right. Well, do you want to add anything else, Darren?
No, just be really interested on how it copes with Cockney.
Yeah. Well, it's done pretty well so far. So I'm gonna write a blog post using my Mac. Actually, I'm gonna use this where you dictate to the computer and see how it does, and I'll let you know how that gets on, and I'll put a blog post up on it. But anyway, we're approaching the hour.
Okay.
So I think we'll cut it short there. Well, not short. It's been an hour, and we look forward to seeing you all on Wednesday. And hopefully, I'll have an update for you on the new Facebook Ninja to tell you how that's gonna play out for everybody. I'm quite excited about it. So we'll see you Wednesday. And again, I just want to touch, if anybody would like to do a testimonial, we would very much appreciate that. All you need to do is connect with me or send in a ticket, and we'll do everything. You know, you haven't got to worry about filming yourself or anything like that. We do all that for you. It's very easy. So yeah, see you on Wednesday. Thanks very much, and enjoy the first part of your week. Bye now.
Take care. Bye-bye.